Hey, this is Leon Poe, man. You listening to Causeway Street Podcast.
What's up, y'all? This is Kenny Anderson. Y'all listen to the Causeway Street Podcast.
For all you new listeners out there, I'm your host, Josue Pavone. I'm joined as usual by my two co-hosts.
I'm Sean Dutra. What's up?
Yeah, like talk
long
about
walks
yourself.
on the bee.
There you go. Joel Pavone. What up?
I'm a Pisces. The most romantic.
It leads off with that.
The most romantic sign in all of the zodiac.
Oh,
If you couldn't tell by my voice already.
oh,
Sexy.
But I'm the producer of this ensemble that we call Causeway Street. In case you missed it.
Hey, Bill Walton here, Celtics 1986. You're listening to the Causeway Street Podcast. Yeah, come here for nothing but the truth. This is where dreams come true. Thank you, Boston, for my life.
where are we going?
You guys are such homers.
It's your boy Terry Rozier. You're listening to the Causeway Street Podcast. Now listen to my boys Joe, Sway, Joel, and Sean.
Al Horford is underrated. Yeah, 1,000%. Like, I don't mind him being number 16, but Jesus, man, you can't put him ahead Kyrie. You can't do that. Just dumb.
All right, back with another episode of the Causeway Street Podcast. Josue Pavone here, Joel Pavone, Sean Dutra.
What's up?
It's the usual crew, guys. And this is the Celtics headline show, September headlines. So we'll be going through a lot of Celtics news. Think about it. This
Interesting.
past week for a September week has been pretty jam-packed. We got like the good, the bad, and
Yeah.
the ugly. Let's start with the ugly.
Okay.
I think you guys both know what I'm talking about.
Joining us next, Jabari Bird.
Exactly. That's where I'm going.
He's on the podcast.
Jabari Bird was arraigned Thursday in Brighton.
Fucking loser.
And the details came out, and talk about ugly, man. I mean, we're talking about, obviously, we knew it was a domestic violence situation. The details came out of Jabari Bird doing things that, man, it just doesn't look good right now from him. But his lawyers are saying, look, there's two sides to every story. Typical lawyer talk. And Jabari Bird wants to get the truth out there. But from what we've heard, it doesn't look good. I mean, from pushing his girlfriend up against the wall, reports of him kicking her, choking her out until she was unconscious, kicking her in the stomach after she shortly regained consciousness and eventually ran out of the apartment for 4 hours. Apparently, she was trapped, so to speak, because he would not let her out. She was hiding. According to
against her will, right?
Exactly. According to reports, hiding underneath her bed, locked herself in the bathroom. It just doesn't look good right now for Jabari Bird. However, he's still a member of the Boston Celtics. He did request for time off, time away from the team while he goes through the this process. But my question to you two is: does he have a future left in Boston, guys? What do you think here?
No,
what's the decision here?
What? Just cut his ass, bro. Like, what?
Do it now.
Why are you trying to keep Jabari Bird around? Like,
Yeah, I think
we want to wait to see how everything goes too. No, he doesn't mean anything to this freaking team, bro.
it's a process. I think the league and the Celtics right now are discussing him being cut potentially because he did sign a guaranteed contract. So it's like they got to just work out the business side of everything, I guess.
They cut it
I
out.
think what the Celtics are doing is that they're going through the motions. The NBA has to investigate, has to find out both sides of the story, I guess, both sides, and ultimately make a decision. But if you ask me, I think his fate is sealed. Like,
I mean, it
I don't
doesn't-
see him-
Despite
I don't see him wearing a
despite
Celtics uniform.
Despite him pleading not guilty, I think, like Sway said, I think it's just a matter of time before he's not a Celtic anymore.
Yeah, not a good look, man. Not a good look.
I mean, for someone who had he had an incredible summer in terms of like what he did in the summer league and what everyone was saying about him. And then he just had like days before this came out, days before this happened, he had a story about how, obsessed he was with being in the NBA as a kid and how this is a dream come true. He just signed his first guaranteed contract. So, and now that contract can be voided if he is convicted of this, and he could actually face some jail time because of all this.
Oh, well, if it's true, he should face jail time, obviously. But I mean, it is very strange that once he did sign, and I'm not gonna meme on conspiracy theories, but right when he signs his contract, that's when this shit fucking happens. I don't know who this girl is. I don't know anything about her. I mean, obviously, if it's true, she went through traumatic shit. But I always lean on the side of he probably did something fucked up. But realistically, like, let's be honest. Where are these? Who knows what is actually true when it's a he said, she said shit.
This behavior?
So,
or is maybe it's fabricated? Maybe it's. I
don't know.
No one really knows the whole story exactly.
You don't know. You're not going to know until it comes out in court of law.
Though. It looks
right?
terrible right now.
But I just don't know why the Celtics are even fucking with him right now. Like, this is not what you need for the Celtics organization. Like, even if he's like an up and coming guy and you like what he did in Summer League, you don't want this around your team. Just get this guy out of here. Let him figure it out. Guess what? If you want to still talk to him when he's not signed, you're not paying him, and you can see how it goes with him, and then you bring him back if it's not true, fine. But still, same time, it's not worth it.
I don't know. Yeah. Should we mention that we talked to one of his neighbors?
Oh, shit. We got a little inside info.
We did, actually. Yeah. I forgot about that. Joel and I actually spent some time in Brighton last night, and the topic came up because they found out. Yeah, no,
supposedly his neighbor.
We weren't doing our TMZ thing. No, we just happened to be in Brighton, and no, the guy lives in the same complex as Jabari Bird, and he told both of us that like he was always sort of a dick to him, and the girl was the complete opposite. She was so down to earth. She always say hi to him, but like whenever he was like, obviously he wanted to talk to Jabari Bird about Celtics and stuff like that, he just always dismissed him. And just had a bad vibe from Jabari Bird. Me personally, I've never seen that side of him. I haven't spent a whole lot of time around Jabari Bird in the locker room, and
but that's the basketball side of him, man.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
It's a completely different atmosphere. I mean, he's at work, so
right.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot all about that, Joel. It was a good call.
How did you forget about that, bro?
I had a lot to drink that night.
Oh, so. All right.
But Joel just refreshed my memory.
Fair.
Plus, it's the same building that Robert Williams lives in too.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, good thing they weren't roommates or nothing. Jeez.
Yeah. Side note, I know he was spending some time or he was staying with Jaylen Brown last season when he was back and forth in Maine. Jaylen Brown's mother coming to kind of his aid there, Jabari?
Yeah, they grew pretty close. And then also shut up.
See, more of the story than you did.
Also,
this is just
as soon as the story
spitting
came out,
a web.
As soon as the story came out, Jaylen Brown posted a shaking my head emoji on Twitter, and plus they also went to college together, so they had a relationship before.
True.
Before this happened, that was featured in the story about his lifelong dream of being in the NBA, coming to fruition after signing his first guaranteed contract, and then all of this happens. But I think one part of this incident that a lot of people aren't focusing on is the fact that he was in the hospital for so long because apparently there's talk that he threatened to kill himself to his girlfriend.
Jesus.
Yeah. So like when you think about what the NBA is doing with
I suspect he was on suicide watch.
Right.
Yeah.
Me too. I was like, something's
he's
going on because why is he spending so much
yeah.
time in the hospital?
Yeah.
He's being evaluated for like 5 days. Like something's going on there. And so that started to come out. Also, you have to remember the fact that the Celtics have been one of the first teams of the entire NBA that's advocated for, mental health and taking care of their players and making sure that everyone is where they need to be to perform, on the court and be okay off the court. So I feel like they're sort of hesitant because they want to hear the whole story and they want to see, they want to give Bird a shot here. They want to see what comes of the entire story.
So
it's interesting.
There's no coming back then.
In my opinion, no, but they're going to wait it out and they're going to weigh their options while they're also working it out.
I mean, you can give him a shot and be like, hey, figure your shit out and then come back, but we can't have you on the team.
Like, but what happens when they just worked out George's Hunt?
Fine. You're going to fill the spot.
Do you make that decision? Do you fill the spot?
Yeah, you'll fill the spot, man. No,
them,
he's not coming back this year.
Yeah.
The Patriots were on the side of Aaron Hernandez for a little bit there, too. Remember that?
That's right. Until the details came out.
They were like,
shell casings and the bubble gum.
Like,
and the rental car.
No.
They're like, yeah, this doesn't, we're good with you. But he was also like one of the best tight ends in the
That's true. Jabari Bird is like the top 5 main Red Claw of all time, but that literally means nothing.
No, but I still think
just cut his ass.
Kind of going back to the Patriots, they would have cut him as soon as. Well, but yeah, even before the detail that they were going to cut him.
They cut the guy who dropped the punt last week, bro. Yeah. Like they would have cut him in a second.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Before those,
not a
the horrible details of the case,
yeah.
They were like, he's trying to go work out, like everything's okay. Media's following him everywhere, and they're like, bro, stay away from us.
Yeah, Chandler Jones showed up at the police station and was traded like the next day
with no shirt on.
Yeah, he just had a bad. Like everybody has had a bad trip. Like, and Bill's just like.
We're not talking about like going on an airplane either.
Arizona sounds nice. Yep. See you later.
Who's the other guy though? It was like 2 or 3 years ago. Same thing. He muffed a punt, turned the ball over, and he was cut immediately.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Forget.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like they immediately cut him.
Like
he was cut that night. Like,
literally,
in the locker room, he packed the stuff.
When McCarron dropped that punt, I was like, "Well, you're not going to be on the team next week. You're actually probably won't even make the plane ride back to. Well, they were in Buffalo. Right? You're not going to walk to your car without being on this team." Just go to the locker room right now, give your playbook, and we'll see you later.
All right. Well, that's the ugly. No, we'll see what happens with Jabari Bird, but let's shift to this top 100 NBA players because the fact that the Celtics have 6 players featured is obviously a testament of how deep this team is. We already knew that, but the headline of this is who was on top of the list, the highest ranked Celtic on this list, and I'm sure everyone's heard already. But let me start at the bottom. We got Terry Rozier, number 82. Right? Jason Tatum, number 39.
Rozier's fair at 82, though.
I agree with that.
I think that's fair.
I agree with that. But Jaylen Brown, I'm not going to lie, top 50? Little surprised that Jaylen Brown cracked the top 50.
What number is he?
And I'm a huge Jaylen Brown guy, number 47. He topped Devin Booker. Devin Booker's number 50 on this list.
That's ridiculous.
Well, you guys, you have to realize, though, I think the playoffs last year had a lot to do with this ranking.
The playoffs has everything to do with this.
So
everything. Now I'll explain why.
Booker didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah,
so.
well, I get that.
I'm not saying I stand by this list.
Yeah,
except for one, but we'll get to that.
I mean, let's be honest. This list sort of sucks, but Jaylen Brown's probably 50. I think Jaylen Brown should be 50.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're saying this right now, Sean. You're not a Jaylen Brown guy. You're very. You question him a lot.
Listen, I question Jaylen Brown because I think he's going to be 50. He's probably going to max out at like 40. Yeah, 35, 40. Like he's not going to be that's what I'm saying. I hated him. Now I understand who he is. My progression of Jaylen Brown. I just don't think he's going to be an all-star. So
all right, well,
so shoot me.
Well, there were three Celtics players that were featured in the top 25. Number 25 was Gordon Hayward.
Okay.
Number 17 was Kyrie Irving.
That's ridiculous.
And number 16, right above him, was Al Horford. Al Horford was,
which I believe is
the highest ranked Boston Celtic player on this list.
Yeah, it seems fucking stupid.
I figured I was waiting for one of you to bring up your top 25 list from last year to match up with this.
Yeah, I don't even remember mine.
That's exactly
Horford.
where. Yeah, you did have Horford right
around there.
Yeah,
17.
that's a little high for
Al
Horford.
Horford, the best player on the Celtics. Is this
Gordon Hayward's a better player than Al Horford. Kyrie's a better player than Al Horford. It just is what it is.
You putting both those guys above Al?
It is what it is.
Even after what you saw in the playoffs, though.
Yes,
also.
Al's a
even
top.
When you don't know how they're going to respond from their injuries.
Al would be perfect at 25, I think. Right, 25. Al Horford, 25 to 20 in that range. That's Al. That's Al's
you
perfect.
had him actually. You had him at like 24.
I don't have an issue with the Horford where he's at. Obviously, Kyrie should be top 10, in my opinion.
But to me, the injury is what.
Not even top 15. It's ridiculous. This dude before his injury was arguably going for MVP last year. Not like really had a chance, but like was in the conversation of MVP.
Like he should have cracked top 5.
Yeah, he would have cracked top 5 in MVP conversation.
Yeah, if he never,
he probably would have been number 3. He probably would have been number 3 if you think about it. They were what? They were the number 1 seed, number 2 seed in the East. Toronto was number 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think where Hayward's ranked, I think it's fair. I had Hayward the year before at number 25, and he didn't play last year, so I think it's fair to keep him there.
That was also the best season of his career.
Yeah,
he was an all-star that year.
So he just broke the top 25, and he didn't play last year, so great.
I think this has
watch him climb.
I think this has everything to do with what Al Horford meant to this team in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean, without Al Horford, I don't think they passed the Bucks.
No. I if you want to give Al Horford his due,
or Philly,
give Horford his due and say he had a great playoff.
That's what this has everything to do with, though. Like people are freaking out because they're like, "How is he considered the best Celtics player?" I'm like, "Well, look what he did in the postseason. Look how he proved his importance on both ends on the floor, especially on the defensive end. He's the anchor."
I'm going to test this list. What was Kawhi on this list? I'm just saying because if you're going to go off like last year's performance, right? If you're going to go off what last year's performance was, then okay, you want to move Al up the list.
He was in the top 15. He was 12.
Kawhi was 12?
Yeah. I'll double check that, but I'm almost sure.
I mean, you're ready to have him at like 5 last year.
Yeah.
Before we told you
so
he couldn't be on the list.
Still, Kyrie lost how many positions for being injured for the playoffs? And
probably like a good 10 spots.
Probably a good 10 spots. He's probably a top 10 player.
Right.
Dude, this list is whack. This list is whack.
Isn't that the case every season though? Like
they put a list out for us to talk about.
Yeah, who really gives importance when it comes to ESPN or Sports Illustrated when they have their rankings and NBA players or just rankings in general with any sport?
You know what? The only list that matters is the Causeway Street top 25 list. That's the only list that matters.
I agree with that, Sean. That's true. No, I mean this is why they do this though. They know that people are going to talk about it. They know for an entire week. Nearly every NBA team's media is going to cover where their guys were.
Can you believe Al? Look at what we're doing. We're idiots. sucking right into it.
I just want to bring it up because I think what he did in the playoffs sort of goes overlooked, and this shines the light on how important he was and
I agree.
how great he was. But you don't agree with the list, though. You don't think he should be higher than Kyrie?
No, that's what I'm saying. I agree. Al is a solid NBA number 2 to 3. He, you know what I mean? Like he's proven that he is obviously a good to great NBA player, but he's definitely not average Lou Merloni, you idiot.
Oh, you want to bring that up? Huh?
Yeah, man. You know, I got to tell you a funny story about this.
Man.
I got to tell you a funny story about this. I was at
I hit that, by the way. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard's number 12.
I was at my godson's first birthday party. Some dude comes up to me and goes, "Hey, man, I heard Lou Merloni smacked you guys on the radio." I fucking went off on this dude at a first-year-old birthday party. I was like, "What the are you serious? You actually agree?" Like, literally, there was one point, this guy was like sort of looking around like, haha, come on, man. I was like, no, you started this, we're going to finish it right here.
He's like, I barely.
And I was like, tell me why he's average.
Sean was like, let me talk to you outside real quick.
No, we were outside. There was nowhere to go. Everybody just looked. But I think I got some listeners.
Sean's in a butt just going on.
I think I got some listeners because my buddy was like, hey, somebody asked me what podcast you guys are on. They want to listen to it.
Well, there you go.
There you go. So,
I guarantee you he didn't hear our episode, though.
There you go, Lou.
He heard it on the radio.
So was this like recent, or he just all of a sudden just brought it up out of
No, this was in August.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was end of July.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's resonating.
I just think his value gets overlooked, man. I just think Al Horford is just someone who.
So I agree.
What also gets overlooked is
the injuries.
No. When we talk about players, if they were to succeed the same way they do on other teams, but I think in this case, Al Horford has always been that guy that we've seen, like so far the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But say the argument with Draymond Green, if he wasn't on the Warriors, would he be the same player he is?
Yeah, that's
probably
not to that caliber, right?
Yeah,
but
that's a debate to be had. Though.
Yeah. But Al Horford would be Al Horford on the Warriors.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Well, but if you put him on, like, I don't know, the Sacramento Kings, he's going to put up 22 and 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's. Can you say the same thing about Draymond Green?
See, here's the one thing.
I don't know if you can say the same thing about Draymond. Could you?
I think Draymond's one of those the best role player you ever seen.
You put Draymond in a situation where he's the number one guy, you're not going to see the same. You're not going to see him elevate his numbers up to what Al Horford did when he was in Atlanta.
Yeah, look at Harrison Barnes, right? He's been averaging a lot more than he was in Golden State, but does that mean he's a better player?
Nope.
Dallas sucks. Still sucks. They haven't been in the playoffs since he's arrived there. So
yeah, I think it's definitely safe to say that Al is underrated, and this list gives him props, which I enjoy. But like if they just flipped it and put Kyrie 16 and Al 17, I probably wouldn't have as much problem. Yeah. But the fact that they just made it a point to put him ahead of Kyrie pisses me off to no end. Because, like, obviously Kyrie's a superstar in the league. You guys are just, Sports Illustrated, man. I don't know.
They do this every year, man.
They do this every year.
This is what they want.
I know.
This is what they
but
want.
I got to get, when you say that Al Horford is underrated, yeah, 1,000%. Like, I don't mind him being number 16, but Jesus, man, you can't put him ahead Kyrie. You can't do that. It's just dumb.
We'll be right back with more of the Causeway Street Podcast, but I wanted to take this time to tell you all about Mack Weldon. Mack Weldon is a premium men's essential brand that believes in smart design and premium fabrics. It's also the home of the most comfortable underwear, socks, shirts, hoodies, and sweatpants that you'll ever wear, and their easy-to-use website makes shopping a breeze. I personally love their 100% cotton tees, and I think you will too. And the best part about Mack Weldon is that they want you to be comfortable. So much so that if you don't like their first pair of underwears or socks or t-shirts or sweatpants, you can keep it and they will still refund you. No questions asked. Not only does Mack Weldon's underwear, socks, and shirts look good, they also perform well. It's good to work out in, good to go to work, going out on dates, just everyday life. And for 20% off your first order, head to MackWeldon.com and use the promo code STREET. That's promo code STREET for all you Causeway Street listeners, and you'll get 20% off your first order when you head to MackWeldon.com. That's MackWeldon.com and enter the promo code STREET. All right, let's get back to this podcast. You think Terry Rozier is underrated?
Yeah, I think Terry Rozier is underrated.
You think he should have been higher?
Yeah, I think he should have been higher.
No, I don't think so. I think from the national perspective,
I think 60.
Who was right around him? Do you know who was right around him?
So let me see here. All right, number 83 is Taj Gibson. You want to go up or you want to go down?
Jeez. Okay. Let's see.
Give
me the 80s. Give me the 80s. Give me the 80s.
You know what I mean? Like he should have been like in the
yeah,
60s.
Yeah, probably. Give me the 80s.
Who's above him?
Ooh, that's bad.
Aminu.
Yeah,
Aminu
maybe
81.
even like
See,
Dennis
those-
Schroeder's 80. That's not bad.
Maybe
Dennis
like
Schroeder's
low.
80.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
Give me some more. Give me
maybe
some
like
more.
number 60 would have been good for Terry Rozier.
Yeah, I think the
No,
names.
that's a little high.
I think the names on this end are more interesting. DeMontis Sabonis, number 79.
Okay, yeah. You put him over.
Serge
Terry?
Ibaka, 78.
Serge, okay, fine.
Trevor Ariza, 77.
Really?
Okay, fine. I can deal with that.
Thaddeus Young, and we're going up here. Brandon Ingram, 75.
All right.
Andrew Wiggins, I mean,
Yeah.
terrible company.
Fine. I just don't know how Al Farouk Amino gets in there. Taj Gibson up there. Dude's a washed. I mean, Al Farouk Amino's okay, but not better than Terry. You're not trading Terry Rozier to get Al Farouk Amino.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't think Taj had that great of a season in
No,
Minnesota.
he did
anyways.
not. He did not have a good season at all. He
Yeah.
barely played.
Well, speaking of Rozier, he's had himself one heck of a weekend. Not this weekend, but last weekend. I mean, this guy, I feel like he's everywhere now. I mean, ever since he signed his deal with Puma, it's just like the publicity with him. It's just like he's just been in the forefront. I mean, the guy was on stage with Drake at the Garden
That was dope.
this past weekend.
You know, he missed all his opportunities to make some money to donate to charity,
Oh, he didn't make a single shot?
and they didn't make a single shot.
Oh, it's like
three opportunities.
Was it like when Steph Curry was doing that half-court shot and he did like he took like 15 attempts in All-Star Weekend? You remember that?
And the NBA had to be like,
Did he
yeah,
make
we're
one?
gonna, you know what, we'll donate in your name because
He didn't
You know.
hit a shot.
didn't hit a single shot.
Oh, not a good look,
Single
Terry.
shot.
Not a good look, Terry.
And then
That changes a lot of my opinion.
my favorite part of
now,
that.
now you're done. Now he should be number 100 now.
No,
100.
My
100
favorite part of that
Missed the
video.
list.
Lonzo Ball's number 100, by the way.
Get the
Wow.
fuck out.
Wow.
What's your favorite part of the
My
video?
favorite part of the video.
Weird thing is LiAngelo's 99, bro.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
My favorite part of the video is the fact that his mom was like standing right there as he's, trying to attempt the shots, whatever. And so then Drake is like, here's your consolation prize for not making any shots for charity. Here's your OVO jersey, which is Nike. And he's fucking, he's fucking advocate for Puma right now.
It's like, I'm the spokesman, bro. Why are you giving me this right now?
Mm.
So yeah, he made that appearance. He was at the Pats game, kicking it. He was in the Patriots locker room.
Yeah, what is that? Is that every season opener?
I have no clue. I've never seen that
someone
video.
open the locker-
Yeah, there's someone like
locker room.
opens locker room from the run out.
I think we just saw it because it was Terry Rozier. I don't know if
Tice
it's
was
just
there
a
too,
thing.
and both of them were chilling.
Yep, him and Tice were there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's his guy.
Nice.
So I mean, I just feel like right now he's so marketable, but like obviously he's going to see a dramatic change in his minutes. This upcoming season playing behind Kyrie Irving.
Look
But
at him cashing in.
This is my question to you two though. Is this like the beginning of seeing like Terry Rozier become a star when it comes time to him to leave the Celtics? Does he stay with the Celtics? I mean, how does this even work right now? Does he go to somewhere else? Because ideally, we want to see Kyrie Irving be that guy, but like if we're looking down the road and let's say Kyrie Irving gets one more like season-ending injury 2 years from now, or next season, or this upcoming season, I mean, what happens to Terry Rozier? Does he stick around? Does he leave? Like, how does this work, dude? The Celtics, he's pretty much Irving's insurance policy at this point, and you can't trade him or flip him. Whereas that would be the solution for most guards, like Rozier.
The good thing about this is, when was the last time you saw a team that had an all-star point guard caliber guy like Kyrie Irving, and then have another guy who can hold down a fort like Terry Rozier? When was the last time you saw that on a championship contender?
Yeah.
I can't recall.
No, I mean, you always, yeah.
Because you would see on championship teams, you would see those role players like the Steve
The
Kerrs
James
and the James
Hardens.
Posies and the, you know what I mean?
James
Or James
Harden.
Harden in that year when they went to the NBA Finals. But then what happened with James Harden? He became James Harden elsewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, does that happen with Rozier?
That's the thing. The Celtics have to make a decision. They have to say, so Rozier has always sort of shown well for the Celtics. Ever since he was a rookie. He limited minutes. He had to fight for the playing time. Like, he's shown well. Every time he's got on the floor, every time they've given him extended run,
Especially the playoffs.
Yeah, especially in the playoffs. He's played very well. So, I mean, obviously you have Kyrie this year. You had Isaiah the past 2 years. It was hard for him to find time on the floor. So it's like, Danny obviously hasn't traded him yet. Obviously knows he's got something in him. And the decision is, do you trust Kyrie Irving? Do you trust him to do two things? Stay healthy and re-sign with you next year.
Commit, yeah.
And does Danny even want to re-sign him? That's the question. Does Danny want to throw a max deal? Let's even say Kyrie plays healthy this season. Whatever happens, they go up against the Warriors, they lose in the finals. Does Danny say you played the first full season of your entire NBA career. Here's $200 million. And now we're locked into you for the next 5 years. Or does he bank on Tatum blowing up, bank on Brown blowing up, Al, Gordon, and then look what you got. You got Terry Rozier that you can sign for half the money Kyrie Irving can sign for. And what's that squad? What's that squad look like the next year?
The only other team I can think of that was in this similar situation a few years back, Westbrook was out for I don't know, I think it was 20 or 30 games in Jackson.
Yeah.
Reggie Jackson was starting. And as soon as Westbrook came back, Jackson was bitching about his minutes, was like, what the hell? Like, why is my role on this team completely changed? And they traded him just like that.
Yeah. Okay.
They didn't want to deal with that.
That's a great comparison.
But
is Terry Rozier
next to Reggie Jackson? But no, not only that, but is Rozier, does he have that kind of character?
To ask yourself too, does he have that? Well, yeah, okay, that's a great question too. But the second question I have to ask is, does he have that kind of consistency where he can be the guy? Because what was the narrative throughout the playoffs, especially? Oh yeah, Rozier's Rozier at the Garden
at home. Yep,
minus Game 7 against the Cavs, but every other home game he was money. But when he was on the road, we saw a different Terry Rozier.
Right. Well, I just think if Kyrie goes down for an extended period of time this year and Rozier blows up, then. And Rozier can show that with that supporting cast. Because you got to think too. Okay, we're talking about Reggie Jackson here though. Like your comparison to Reggie Jackson. He was shipped out to Detroit.
No, I got you.
And it was him and Drummond. That's it. And then he got some injuries and things like that. He's not a bad player, but obviously.
But I think what led to that was his attitude.
Right.
I don't think
Rozier doesn't have that attitude.
Yeah,
but maybe he will this year.
And
you never know.
In my opinion, I don't think he has that attitude because of someone like Brad Stevens.
Yeah. Well, you got to think too. That year, Reggie Jackson, it was his contract year. Same thing happens now with Rozier. This is Rozier's last chance to make money on his on his non-rookie deal. So this is going to be he's going to be a restricted free agent, right?
Trying to make that Olynyk money.
Or
the Marcus Smart money. He needs to make more than Marcus Smart.
But what if the Celtics just say, we're just going to pick up your qualifying offer and you're just with us for another season and see how that works out?
I don't know.
There's options.
Yeah. So I just think that Terry's not going anywhere. We're going to keep an eye on this as the season goes. Yeah. It's very tough to say right now because we don't know how Kyrie's going to play. You don't know if things go great, you win a championship, bring them all back. Sorry, Terry, it's one of those things like James Posey, right? Yeah, Tony Allen, right? We want you, but
you got a payday.
We can't. Yeah, right?
Exactly.
So if that happens, then that's the story's written perfectly. Boston got a championship. We love Terry Rozier. Every time he comes back, he'll get a little video, and it's whatever, man. We're like, it'll be Tony Allen. It'll be the Tony Allen.
It's like Pedro Martinez all over again.
Exactly.
Well, especially if you win a championship.
Oh, yeah. But
so he gets a video tribute.
If that happens, then we got things worked out. But if it doesn't happen, and there is some type of clash with a Kyrie injury during the year, this is going to be the biggest hot button topic this year. If Kyrie goes down, is will he sign?
Don't resign him.
Don't resign him.
Just sign Rozier for cheaper.
I already am sort of in that camp. I got one foot in that. I was saying that last. I was saying that last year.
You said it earlier in the summer.
You're in the camp that he doesn't want to commit.
Yes.
You're not sold on the fact that Irving is willing to commit to the Celtics.
I'm not sold that Irving's going to commit to the Celtics. I'm also not 100% sold that he's going to be healthy.
Yeah.
See, because that's the thing is Danny Ainge is going to have to give out that check to not either, but it's going to be super hard to max sign Kyrie. And then guess what? 2 years, when you're in year 3 of year 5 of Kyrie, you're in year 4 of year 5 of Gordon Hayward. You got 2 max deals on the books. Who knows what Al signs for? Well, then you have Jalen and Tatum coming up in those consecutive years. You can't have 4 max guys on the team. It just doesn't work. You're going to have to choose between somebody. So if Kyrie can't play and then he's just dead money at that point, that's a big risk. Yeah. So if you believe in Jason Tatum, which I do, I'm okay with letting Kyrie go.
Yeah, because if you're
I'm okay with letting Kyrie go.
At a 4 or 5 year deal, let's face it. I mean, the back end of that deal, it's not going to be as
pretty
as Danny would expect it to be when we're talking about Kyrie Irving.
But if you win a championship,
it's worth it.
Then you may do it because
you have the window. You have that 3-year window.
If you win a championship and then Golden State's whoa, then it's Boston Golden State or whatever. I don't know, but I just think that if I'm a betting man, if I'm Danny Ainge and I think that Jason Tatum is the next big thing, which I had an argument at the barbershop the other day that within 3 to 4 years, Jason Tatum's going to be knocking on top 5 in the NBA. I really think that highly about Jason Tatum.
Even though you wanted Markelle.
Yep. Even though I wanted Markelle.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir over here, man.
I'm just saying, if you think that Jason Tatum's a top... If you think Jason Tatum's... Let's go on the SI ranking. If you think Jason Tatum's a top 16 player in the NBA, then you let Kyrie go. Because the contracts are just not going to match. Unless you want to trade Hayward, I don't know. But you'd have to do a lot of book shuffling.
I just never going to revisit this conversation so many times.
No,
all
season long because
even before, like, forget the fact that, like you said earlier, if Kyrie goes down, no. Without Kyrie going down, there's going to be a stretch where Rozier is going to be averaging like 20-something points a game in like a 5-game span. And this conversation is going to continue to reignite between all of us. And that's going to be the narrative because it's like you have Rozier on one end, you have Irving on the other. You could sign Irving and bring him back for this, 3-4 year contract, whatever, 4 or 5 year max deal. But then he breaks down in year 2, year 3. You're in a tough spot, like Sean said.
Yeah.
Not only that, but just the rumors of him going to New York. That's just going to be like that all season long, I think.
But think about it. Think about it too, bro.
Somebody
think about it too. Kawhi Leonard didn't play an entire season, and they were able to get DeMar DeRozan for him. You could trade Kyrie Irving, and they don't even know if Kawhi's going to play in Toronto. Mm-hmm. You could trade Kyrie Irving and at least get 2 first-round picks from a bad team.
Do either one of you think of guys in the past who just like, right on the cusp of their prime, the way Kyrie is right now, saw their career go down the drain? Like, do you think of guys like, because sometimes I do, when I think of Kyrie Irving, I think of guys like Penny Hardaway.
Yeah, Penny.
I think
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose. I think of Brandon Roy.
T-Mac, sort of.
Brandon Roy was a beast.
Brandon Roy
would have been one of the best guards in the league if he was healthy.
He was easily trending to be Grant Hill 2.0.
I can't help but think about guys like that.
Grant Hill.
Well, Grant Hill too.
He is Grant Hill 2.0.
Well,
Jeez.
yeah, Grant Hill's a great example, but like Grant Hill's a little different in the aspect that he's not like that prototypical new age guard. You know what I mean? Like Penny Hardaway was way ahead of his time.
Right.
Penny Hardaway are the kind of point guards you see now. Score first point guards, athletic, rely a lot on going to the rim, getting past their defenders. I mean, that's Kyrie Irving. I mean, Kyrie Irving's not someone that can, overcome injuries and transform themselves to become a shooter or, like kind of what Grant Hill did. Grant Hill had to change his game because of his injuries. Yeah, I don't see Kyrie Irving as someone like that. Sean Livingston, great example.
Completely switch his game up.
Still
a
role player. But not somebody that's going to be your number one. Yeah. If Kyrie Irving's not going to be your number one, then let's face it. Let's keep it moving,
right? And
see the Celtics put that money elsewhere and invest in someone like Kyrie Irving, or invest in someone like Terry Rozier, and then pay your guys when they come off the books like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
I mean, it's a risk that you have to take. It's a total risk that you have to take, man. There's so many stories like this where the thing is, Kyrie's been in the league now for what, 7 years?
8 years, yeah.
8 years? This will be his 8th season, right?
His 8th season, yeah.
It's right around when the players
can go one way or the other.
Yeah, they can either be like, I'm going to be playing in the league for like 13, 14 years, or, I'm going to be lucky to get 10 years out of this. And I mean, that's the thing, man. He's had multiple knee issues. Even his freshman year at Duke, he's had issues. I mean, I hate to harp on that because when he's on, and I love watching him play, and I think he's a great player, one of the definitely top 10 in the NBA, but that's right there, smack dab in front of your dang face.
I mean, look at the track record of those guys. When did those injuries happen? When did their careers completely change dramatically because of their knee injuries?
All right, Grant Hill, downfall, about his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After his 6th, 7th season, we went to Orlando, age 27.
Right. When him and T-Mac, they went to Orlando.
So that's age 27 he fell off the map.
And almost Duncan.
27. Okay, what's Irving? 26?
Yep. Brandon Roy. You want to talk about Brandon Roy? 27.
Man, that dude was a beast.
Retired at 27. I mean, never really played a lot of games, just like Kyrie, though. Just like Kyrie, never really played a lot of games. But again, retired after 5 seasons. Kyrie's going to be what? 6, 7 seasons? Penny Hardaway, we talked about him. Had 4 straight All-Star appearances from age 23 to 26. 27. Fell off the chain. That's
12 points, 13 points, something like that, right?
Did it? Yep. Fell totally off. Only played about
if that's
50
the case
games.
For someone like Kyrie Irving, I just don't think the Celtics are going to commit to someone like that and give him max money. You can't. Especially when you think about the fact that the Celtics, they have his bird rights.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
They have his bird rights, which means that they can go over the cap to sign him.
That's what I'm saying.
Without paying a luxury tax. And his his agents are going to push for that.
You know who
they're
else?
not going to accept some BS deal and take short money.
You have Tatum's bird rights. You have Jaylen Brown's bird rights as well, right? I mean, let's be honest. You got to make a decision if you're Danny Ainge. You have to look, and Danny Ainge's not afraid to make this decision. And I think the writing's on the wall of what the right decision is.
Do you think it's going to be a decision he has to make this year, or is he going to wait for the offseason? Because that's
what are you going to do? What are you going to do in the offseason?
That's a pivotal question.
You can't let him walk for nothing.
Well, that's what I mean, though.
Danny's never let him walk for nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
But
how do you pull the trigger on a deal like that?
Here's the thing.
You going to deal Kyrie Irving mid-season?
No, here's the thing. You would. If
this is going to be Brad Stevens' best season of his tenure.
But what if he's injured? Who's going to take him?
Well, he's still got a couple weeks before the season starts.
Oh, you're going to Isaiah Thomas him? Jeez.
He could. I don't know, man. It's a very tough position that Danny's put himself in. He may be looking at it and just saying, like, I'm going to see what I have and relook at this at February. And you know what? If I get a championship out of Kyrie and then he walks, fine. You know what I mean?
I think that has to be the plan, though. I think you have to see one of those guys walk between him and Rozier. I think if you want to have a strong chance at winning a championship, you want both of those guys in the mix. And if one of them walks, like you said, and you get a championship out of it, be it.
Yeah.
So be it.
And that's that. That's it. I mean, obviously, the Terry Rozier, Kyrie Irving thing is going to be something that's going to be talked about all year and how. But I think the main thing is that the Danny Ainge, Kyrie Irving thing is the bigger thing to me. What is Danny Ainge going to do? What does he see Kyrie Irving's long-term value as? And is it worth not getting anything for him? Anything. I don't care what SI says, top 10 player in the league. You let him walk after winning a championship. That would be Danny Ainge just putting his nutsack right on the table. Just breaking the table with that thing, man.
Sack on the table.
Jesus. Burn! That's a ballsy move. But I think it's what has to be done.
I see what you did there.
What is this thermos you have?
Dude, it's my water, man. I'm on antibiotics, bro. Fuck, come on.
Why are you on antibiotics?
I'm all fucking sickly, dude.
Do I even want to know?
To quote one of my favorite wrestling personalities.
Bang bang! I'm bringing this back.
Big phone.
Bang bang.
Can't believe I missed that opportunity.
By the way, we missed the song. Dr.
Oh, shame on us.
Did anyone call us out on that?
No, no one did. But you brought it up in the group
like,
text, and I was like, you know what?
How do we miss that?
Shame on us. That's a classic album.
Classic album, classic
one of the
song.
best tracks on there. Yeah.
But the Nori track was pretty good.
The Nori one was, yeah. Just totally random, but yeah. I was like, Joel, this is not the song I was thinking of, man. But whatever.
Never heard the song in my life, Joel.
Literally looks like
I don't know why you sent this.
Literally, the YouTube picture of that song looks like something that somebody's handing you outside of a Sunoco and fucking
legit like
fucking
with the Discman around his head. He wants you to listen to it.
Yeah. Check out my mixtape.
Legit the best CNN album 20 years ago. Everyone's just like, no, I don't know the song.
Oh, that was on the album?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that. Man. That makes sense.
I don't know what you want from me, bro. I don't know what you want.
But yeah, the Dr. Dre drop.
2 for 5s over here.
The Dr. Dre drop would have been.
$5.
That's exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah, that was what I was talking about.
Yeah. As soon as you said Dr. Dre in the text, I was like,
Nah, man. And before any rumors start, I do not have a sexual transmitted disease.
Wait, what?
Oh,
that is not why I'm on antibiotics. Yes.
Oh.
Got bit by some son of a bitch. Bug or some shit. I don't even know what the fuck it is.
I thought you were gonna say like a person. Bitch,
no, my fucking. Shit. I would rather. I would rather.
You better go get some rabies. Get a rabies shot.
I wish I knew it was a person. I would have went to the doctor the first day. I didn't know this shit. My arm fucking blew up one morning, fucking the size of a fucking softball on my elbow, bro. Fucking.
Dude, Sean, stop lying, bro. That's not where it happened. Okay, you have chlamydia. It's okay, bro. Bang! You had to go get treatment, bro. It's all right, man. It flushes it right out.
My man, it shouldn't have the clap.
Yo, man.
Like, what's wrong with
Atlantic City was crazy, but it wasn't that crazy, bro. All right?
Jeez.
It wasn't that kind of trip.
I don't know, right? If I can flares up like in a month later.
Oh, man. All right. On that note, let's wrap this thing up.
What happens in Atlantic City stays in Atlantic City.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it's a fucking STD.
Until
that shit comes back to you.
Yes.
That shit comes back to that shit just stays with you.
Forever. There ain't no cure for herpes.
No. I mean, there is.
Is there?
Right?
Herpes is curable?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that shit stays in you forever.
I think it depends on the herpes.
I'm pretty sure that once you get herpes, you got herpes for life. You can manage the fuck out of that shit, but...
Really? Is that the one?
Yeah, I think herpes is like there, bro.
The herpes, huh? Fuck.
You okay, bro? You got anything to say?
His
whole mood just changed.
You concerned over there?
He's like, I thought I got rid of that motherfucker.
You're like,
Are you sure about that, Sean?
yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think we should
Welp.
let's get into a case you missed it before this goes on to
Let's
some
get
other shit.
Josue his own cup.
I didn't even know we had a
He
case.
can drink out of his own cup. Mark it.
Just kidding.
We'd all get checked out there.
The Herbie King. Hey, you've been listening to the podcast the entire time, but I am Sean Dutra of the Causeway Street Podcast, and I want to take this opportunity to talk to you about Simple Contacts. If you wear contact lenses and find yourself dreading that annual appointment to renew your prescription like I do, then you're going to love Simple Contacts. Simple Contacts allows you to renew your expired contact lens prescriptions and reorder your brand of lenses from your phone or your computer in minutes. Now, this isn't a replacement for your periodic full eye health exam, but Simple Contacts, they offer every brand of lenses and their prices are just unbeatable. Low as they can get. Prescription is just $20. Simple Contacts offers the best prices on contacts and shipping is free. So, here's the action statement. Get $20 off your first order at simplecontacts.com/Causeway. Enter the promo Causeway at checkout, and that's going to get you $20 off your first order. Again, simplecontacts.com/Causeway, and just simply type in the promo code Causeway at checkout. Save yourself $20. So, Simple Contacts. You give it a try, and then you better thank me later.
All right, Joel, what we missed? In case you missed it.
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 Kyrie Irving. If anybody was concerned if he's going to be ready for training camp or not, stop it. Because he was seen playing pickup with James Harden, Kevin Durant, among others, down in Miami, and he looked pretty damn good wearing his Nike headband. Good for you, Kyrie.
Repping. Yeah, man, he looked really good. He looked damn good.
Good. Hey, I hope he plays well. You better bring a championship.
I mean, it was a minimally invasive surgery, so.
Or with your ass, bro.
Shouldn't be surprised.
It's championship.
No big money for you.
Yeah. Woo, championship or nothing.
In case you missed it, Marcus Smart, if you didn't notice, was not in the top 100 list of Sports Illustrated.
Blow it up.
And believe it or not, Sports Illustrated actually gave a reason why they didn't they didn't add him to the list.
Sure. Lonzo Ball at number 100. Could have put Marcus Smart there.
I don't know. Was he worthy of 100? Or where would you put him?
100.
100? Okay.
100.
All right. Pretty much their main beef is 3-point shooting.
Oh, really? He doesn't shoot threes? Shut up, Sports Illustrated.
How many threes does Lonzo Ball make?
Yo, seriously.
What does that have to do with anything?
Seriously.
Are you kidding me? They
Well,
said that?
They're
They're idiots.
This is what they said. He had the worst 3-point shooting in the postseason since Jason Kidd in 2002.
Oh, wait. Did Jason Kidd win MVP that year? Didn't he win MVP that
Did
year?
Jason Kidd not take his team to the finals that year?
Did he go to the finals and Shaq? No,
he
she did lose
He
MVP.
Yeah. He did. I was to say Shaq won that year.
No, it was Tim Duncan that year.
Tim Duncan. You're right.
And then I
Duncan
watched
won.
something where Shaq when
He
he
was
beat
mad,
him,
yeah.
he literally goes when he swept New Jersey. He goes, "Let's give it up for the real MVP, Jason Kidd." Fucking stomping on Duncan, man.
He was
Crazy.
so mad, so bad.
Yeah, no.
So then this is real quick. Based on that, and
Stupid.
despite his, and I quote, hard-nosed defense and his rebounding and his quote shameless flopping are all worthwhile.
Oh, come on, man. He hasn't
attributes.
got hit with one of those in a while, man. He hasn't been fined since that. That was the year before this past season.
Yeah, why doesn't this SI writer take the head right out his mouth before he starts writing shit? Seriously.
Speaking of
Like
STDs,
these things are so 2015 to say about Marcus Smart. Like he's proven, obviously, he's worth different ways than anybody else in the NBA about different things. You can't put statistics on him.
well,
I've
again,
preached this for years, man.
again, based
Who
on
fucking Green Line Tees guy fucking write this shit?
apparently based on their their opinion that Boston, masked a lot of his deficiencies and other situations. That if he was on another team, he'd be a major liability.
You know what's a liability?
Green Line Tees.
No. I like Green Line Tees,
Yeah,
man.
shout out to you, Alan.
Yeah, but you would think they would bring up that epic turnover that he forced against James Harden. I mean, he did it twice, and it was on national TV. That was a nationally televised game.
This is just fucking. This is somebody
Just one example.
This is somebody that literally this is what we say, doesn't watch the games and just looks at the stats
Oh,
this guy sucks.
Maloney.
Yeah,
Right.
Lou Maloney.
Scorer.
Lou Maloney wrote this.
You know what?
Coming at you,
We
Lou.
have brought that motherfucker's name up way too many times in this podcast.
No, come at us, Lou.
Ya
What's
no
up,
mas.
Lou?
Ya no mas.
Basketball season starting.
We out here again.
Sound like an idiot again.
The only reason why they talk basketball on there is when they bring us up. But anyways, in case you missed it, Jamal Crawford still hasn't been signed by anyone, fellas.
Yeah. No, we have money tied up in friggin' Jabari Bird. Can't sign him.
Whoa. Funny you bring that up because according to Mark Spears, he has received offers from Boston, Golden State, and the LA Lakers.
Oh, really?
All right.
So
At least they're making an effort.
Offers, huh?
offers. So that means the Celtics are
They're in the
keeping
mix.
an eye on him.
Yeah, they're in the mix.
Would you guys mind?
Look at that
Jamal
bench.
Crawford?
Look at that bench.
I
If
love
you get
that.
him,
I
Over
love that.
6 man.
you get that bench. You get.
Motherfucker still looks exactly the same as he did in 2000.
You're talking about a second unit of.
You just have an outside scoring threat. I mean, what's been a narrative the last couple of years? Oh, this doesn't need a rim protector. Like, no, give me a shooter off the bench.
Dude, your second unit, you're gonna
just
have
to come in there
Rozier,
and spread the floor
Smart,
because he's constantly a threat.
Crawford, Marcus Morris,
Aaron
Rozier.
Baines.
Aaron Baines. I said
Rozier,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Rozier, Smart, Crawford, Marcus Morris, offensive firepower.
There's your
out of-
9-man rotation right there.
And then you got Tice coming to play big man, or Baines want to play big man. Baines and Tice haven't even. This team is going 10 or 11 deep if they had Crawford. They're 10 deep right now.
I like it. I would.
No, that'd be
I
great.
would like it.
Yeah,
I think he would consider it too.
Yeah,
Because
I
this,
like
is
it
this is
too.
an opportunity, obviously, to play for a title. So.
yeah, but he maybe want playing time. He's just not going to get that here.
Well, I think he knows.
Does
that.
he want a title? Does he want
I
it?
think he does.
Of course he wants it.
He was in Minnesota and he was coming off the bench there. I mean, I think he would prefer that role on a contending team. I don't think he would mind.
He wasn't-
playing.
He's
I
not
don't
going to
think he
get.
would
He's
mind
not
happy
going to
with
get
his-
that role here.
He wasn't happy with his role there in Minnesota, though.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because it's the Minnesota
barely played-
Timberwolves.
Yeah, but he barely played
because
minutes.
Tibbs
though.
plays
he
his
got like 10, 11
starters.
minutes.
Tibbs plays his starters like 30 minutes a
And
night.
he's also like just bringing together his old Bulls crew.
Yeah,
Like, you just see
mad
like,
weird.
Taj Gibson. No, what was the other guy recently? He brought back another
Luol Deng.
Dang. Yeah.
Dang, that's
The
right.
buyout.
Yeah,
I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, do you think it's 2009 again? Like, why are you bringing all these guys
They
together?
re-signed Derrick Rose.
Yeah, Rose.
Jimmy Butler.
You got Rose,
They got Taj
Rose,
Gibson.
Butler,
It's the
Gibson.
starting five.
The starting five.
Joakim Noah's the only one that needs to go there. Joakim Noah's next.
If he gets bought out, he probably
If
will
he gets
go
bought out, he knows he has a spot.
That's
there. The
where
Knicks
he's
buy him
going.
out. Yeah, that's true.
It's literally those guys, and then with Wiggins and
Hey, I'm bringing the band back
He's upset,
together,
by the way.
man.
He's upset with his role. You got Wiggins and you got Cat, and that's pretty much just the old school Bulls.
It's crazy.
In 2018, he's like, I'm going to recreate the Bulls team that went all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
The 2013 Bulls.
The 13 Bulls.
All right,
In
what
case
else
you
got?
missed it, Eminem has shot back at MGK or Machine Gun Kelly or Man Bun Kelly, whatever you want to call him,
Whatever he calls himself.
whatever he wants to call himself. And it is fire. Get your ass on YouTube if you haven't heard it yet. For those who don't care about Eminem, I'm sorry, but it's still fire.
Yeah, it was vicious.
Yes.
Yeah, M caught a body.
Yep, and I'm glad he did because I know he was talking about it, and he was like, "I don't know if I want to do it. I'm going to make him relevant." No, he didn't make him relevant. You destroyed his career.
I was surprised he didn't do it sooner, but
Yeah.
either way, it was worth the wait.
Also, Kamikaze, one of the best M albums he's put out in literally 15 years.
Okay. All right. There you go, Sean.
15 years.
I'm waiting for you to come around. I know how you felt about the
I'm
last
with it.
one. You were not feeling the last
I
one
was
whatsoever.
not feeling the last one.
Revival was just not.
He's talking to
No.
me on Kamikaze because I was shitting all over that
Yeah.
album. That was not good.
That's true.
Wait, you just dissed me? I'm perplexed. Insult me in a line, compliment me on the next. Damn, I'm really sorry you want me to have a heart attack. Was watching 8 Mile, I'm on auto track. Realized I forgot to call you back. Here's that autograph for your daughter. I wrote it on a starter cap. Stand, son, listen, man, dad isn't mad, but how you gonna name yourself after a damn gun and have a man bun?
Kill Shot. Go download that bad boy.
Yeah, Kill
And
Shot.
that is it for
In case you missed it.
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 Make sure you follow us on all social media outlets at Causeway Street. And if you didn't hear my summer wrap-up special, in case you missed it from last episode, get on that, episode 138.
Yeah, check that out.
Shit
Hilarious.
was dope.
Good stuff.
And that's it, guys. I ain't got nothing else. Be on the lookout for good shit to happen between now and training camp.
Of course, nothing but content. And of course, nothing but episodes of Causeway Street Podcast every single week. We'll see you guys next week. And thanks for tuning in. We up out of here.
Later.
Peace.
Bang bang!